hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Motivating, paper chasing, working like Jamaican. If you see me on the phone, it's business, not no caking. Quit a 6-figure job, why? Cause I'm not patient. Need that money right now, need what Buffett make it. Man, live like dreams. 5-star cuisine, need that.
Guys, live tayo.
A
NBA
look at the
2K21
Lakers as
PC.
they got off the team bus after arriving at the arena. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Gasol and at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden, and at the shooting guard. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Irving surveying the floor. Outside, KD. Fires for three, and that's good. Kyrie Irving for three.
The team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside, KD. No good on the three. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron. And no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
And he knocks down the first one.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. He took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope, pushing it up. And James throws it down.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Harden draws the double. Outside Irving. The wide open look for Durant. No good from outside. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. It's a 3-point game. Gasol kicks to Davis from outside the arc, and James with the basket on the assist by Davis. LeBron's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving passes to Jordan. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Schroeder. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Just inside the line. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And James gets it to go.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Irving. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Irving's got 5 points so far. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific play.
3 terrific kicks, you're right. Irving kicks to Durant. And the 3 ball is good. He has 7.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Passes to Durant. Green breaking loose. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers leading by 5. No good from LeBron. Fades and shoots. Green, no luck. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Lakers passing it around. Here's Davis. Misses the layup. Kicks it out to James. Gasol trying to free himself up. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Davis.
James is really a clever player. I mean, he uses trickery as much as he does brute force, proving to be one step ahead of them there.
Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. KD passes to Harden. And the Nets miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Gasol finds James. Back to Gasol. Takes the 3. Rebound by Jeff Green. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's KD with 1 on the clock. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. On defense, the Lakers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Here's Caruso. James outside. Fires the three. Kuzma kicks to Harrell. Matthews passes to Harrell. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
And James throws it down.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Nets trail by 8.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility. Early in his career, I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
Here's Irving.
Mga NBA 2K gamers dyan.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound by Harrell.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Morris. And here's Matthews from the arc.
Three.
Drills the three-pointer. Matthews has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. KD's got 9.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
This one for 3. They get it back. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. Los Angeles leading by 11. The pass to Caruso. Wants to get it to Matthews and does. Good on the bucket. He's got 5.
Man, nice to watch Matthews rise up with confidence. Superb at getting good position close to the rim.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Morris, no good. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. The league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Sports is a microcosm of society as a whole. We all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. Durant with it. Matthews covering. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain
Taking on the
possession.
line, Kyrie Irving.
Bruce
Lalong
Brown,
na-hit.
he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Durant with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Jordan kicks to Brown. Now here's Durant. He's got 9. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Harrell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harrell's got 6 in the quarter.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Pasok.
And so it's Los
Okay.
Angeles,
Second
bringing the
half na,
quarter to a
mga lodi.
close with a 7-point lead. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. KD, moments of frustration for you early. What are you seeing out there?
Well, I missed a lot of shots. I'm just trying to be aggressive. I'm missing wide open threes. And
Kevin
Some
Durant.
shots I normally hit, so I just got to continue to keep being aggressive. My teammates looking for me. We got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Hey, man, I'm sure those shots will start to fall in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie
Halftime,
Johnson
mga
here
Lodi.
with Kenny the Jet Smith and
Tingnan natin
Shaquille
yung mga replay
O'Neal.
highlights.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We were talking about him after his last game, and now tonight we're seeing that same level of intensity. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
The story has been the versatility of Giannis, the ability to dominate in every statistical, mephistical, ballistical category. Is the gold standard for the positionless basketball.
Kenny, what's your take on Brooklyn so far?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half.
Nice
I
pick
think
by
they've got to be
Gasol.
a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol in at the center position.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more
Boom.
physical
Nice
team.
pass and nice
That's why
dunk
they're
by
ahead.
AD.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And here's Harden for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 5 now. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Bigla nangyari.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think
Mahabol ang Brooklyn.
players like myself had to evolve into it. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right
Okay,
formula to
free
break
throw
down the
mga
defense.
Lodi.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Luwawu is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets
foul.
knew that. They knew when the
Kailangan.
deal was done that he was going to most likely
Hindi
miss
matanggap
the
ni
season.
Schauder.
And yet, they did the right thing.
Galit na
And
galit.
you
Gustong
have a guy
manakit.
like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
They blow
One
the
and
whistle
one.
just as he
All
gets it
counted.
off. That's 2 points
Bet Malu.
with a chance for another one at the stripe. Los Angeles shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw good, James. Nets trailed by 4. Ball Ball stolen. Here's Horton Tucker. Good work defensively by Harden.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Chalk up 2 there.
So
Hinahabol ng
impressive.
Brooklyn.
The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's LeBron. A rebound by the Nets. KD's got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he
Yeah,
expects to
lumamang
make
na.
every time.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
Oh,
That's
Lakers.
severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
Room
Montrezl
di
Harrell, he's
mapigilan.
checked in for Los
What a
Angeles.
dunk by LeBron James.
Saul is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Irving passes to Durant. Back to Irving. Front past the arc. That's good, and it's KD with the
But
assist.
yes.
KD's got 6 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 3. Gasol dishes to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Shooter passes to James. And James throws it down hard.
Kaya
Nothing
harap
out
ka
of the
pa.
ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Now Durant. He's got 14. Irving way outside. Harris misses.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Nice pass by
still
Schroeder.
close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly
Palike
seeing
ng
the effort.
video, mga
Oh,
Lodi. Live
just
stream
solid
natin.
on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight
Sub.
ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And contact on the
Down the
shot,
ball
so
na
he'll be
naman.
shooting free throws here.
He is one of the longer wings in the game. Durant knows a thing or two about drawing fouls.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. The free throw drops for Durant. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. And it's Brown in for Luwawu.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Harrell, the second effort, and it's good on the layup. Harrell's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Knocked away and stolen by Harrell. Here's Schroeder, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Schroeder hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Okay, fourth quarter na mga Lodi.
Work right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5, home in the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
And KD drops them both.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Buries it from three-point range. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Nice pass, nice pass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Makes it off the glass. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. The Lakers also with a sub. Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Feeds it to Harris. Count that one.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many.
Galit na si LeBron James.
That was special. And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Outside, Green. Back to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Nice alley-oop pass.
Dunk by James.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Harden. Out to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. And that one is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Boy, LeBron's taken a lot of punishment over the years. For him, just part of the game.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
Caldwell Pope the bounce pass.
Ooh, nice pass.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trail by 5. There's 1:54 left in the game. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination.
Big pasok pa yun.
But just sit back and admire that performance.
Now a Let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 2. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Davis. He kicks it to LeBron. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Bobbed up there for Green, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. And a deep 3 from Harden. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Nice block by
and
Harden.
now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence makes him huge in late-game
Yun,
situations.
fortune na naman. Schroeder.
Sagged off just enough.
Nice
And no
pass by
hesitation
LeBron James.
on his part.
36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harden surveying the D. Another miss by Harden.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And here's Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he
Time
had to
out.
know there was a man
LeBron
there in
James.
position to get that turnover.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're down by 6. 20 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It drops.
Durant's shot is in the air before the defense even tracks the pass. I mean, he's 2 steps ahead of him, and that, folks, is a combination of awareness and speed.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 4. There's 18 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And that one's
Yun,
good by
that's
LeBron.
3 by LeBron James.
You know, I don't think his three-point shooting, guys, is what we think of most with LeBron James, but it's certainly a big part of what makes him so dangerous and special now.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And
Okay,
so the
nanalo
Lakers
po ang
take the
Brooklyn
win.
Nets, mga
They seem
Lodi.
to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, a challenge for you tonight with your matchup. How much motivation do you get in a game like this one?
My matchup is not an
So
individual
at the
matchup.
ball,
It's
38 points,
us as a team
4
trying to get
rebounds,
better, and
assists, 6
we was able to hold
by
court, so it was a good win
LeBron
for us.
James, player of the game.
Well, man, I appreciate the time. Thanks, man. Congrats. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you,
NBA
David.
2K21
Great interview
on
once again.
PC with mods.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K.